Good morning everyone, we are Louis and Pablo, and let's talk about coffee. We are going to talk about it and its origin, type of plant is, its history, varieties of grain, coffee producing countries and 7 curious effects of coffee. Referred to drink coffee that is obtained from the roasted and ground fruit of the coffee plant, which is also called coffea seeds. The drink is highly stimulating, because it contains caffeine. The plant that produces the coffee is called coffea. Coffee plants are shrubs of tropical regions of the genus Coffea, family of Rubiaceae. There are 2 species used for the preparation of the beverage, but they have also tested other species of the genus Coffea. Coffee plants are shrubs with opposite leaves and persistent, they appreciate having some shade. Produce fleshy, red or purple fruits, rarely yellow, called coffee cherries, with 2 cores, each with a coffee bean. Here we have a photo of coffee plants. The coffee tree has its center of origin in the distant Abyssinia, modern Ethiopia geography, in eastern Africa. Currently its origin is in Ethiopia and Arabia. In the photo on the right we Palestinians grinding coffee over 100 years ago. The legend has it that more than 1300 years ago, in the territory of present Ethiopia, a young Arab shepherd Chaldi observed his goats one evening out acting strangely, running and jumping like crazy after eating soft fruit bushes. The pastor, intrigued by what was happening, decided to take samples of leaves and fruits showed at called a monastery, where monks' curiosity got the beans to cook. Arabica coffee. This is the largest crop worldwide, with 75%. It is a fine grain flavor and very aromatic. To give an excellent result, this plant needs a minimum of 900 m above sea level altitude, so it is more difficult to exploit. The Arabica bean espresso is best appreciated for its sapid and scent, delicate and pleasant in the mouth qualities. Coffee cultivation is widespread in tropical and subtropical countries. Particularly striking is the case of Brazil, because it concentrates a little over a third of world production. In this picture we have the photograph of a map of the major countries. In these diapositives we will see 7 curious effects of coffee. Coffee 1 leaves you more alert. It's all an illusion. Scientists at the University of Bristol in England say that if we acquire a habit of coffee and soon develop tolerance to the stimulant effect of caffeine. But I drink coffee and I feel different. So what? Well, according to the study, the flow of energy that you feel is just a reflection of the symptoms of caffeine withdrawal. Is not the fatigue is eliminated. I.e. you're wrong. Coffee promotes female performance, but the harm to male performance. Another study from the University of Bristol analyzed the behavior of men and women in activities such as memory tests after giving them regular or decaffeinated coffee. They found that, armed with caffeine in the blood, women are better faced stressful situations and worked better together. But men did not. In them, the coffee decreased the speed of thought and increased aggression. 3. Coffee causes the breasts to shrink. Caffeine affects estrogen levels in women, which can cause the breasts to decrease significantly. 3 cups of coffee a day are enough for the effect to be noticeable. The conclusion of a study by the University of Lund in Sweden. And that's not even the strangest part of the story. In men, the effect is reversed. Testosterone acts. Regular caffeine intake can increase the region of the male breast, and leave the kid with breasts. Coffee makes you hallucinate. Participants in a study by the University of Durham, UK, began to hear voices after drinking 7 cups of coffee a day. Scientists assume that hallucinations are caused by increased levels of cortisol, the stress hormone, which causes excessive caffeine. Coffee prevents bad breath. It is known that coffee breath you feel when your coworker comes to talk about it is not good. But ultimately, it may be worth it. An Israeli research from the University of Tel Aviv found that certain elements of the composition of coffee block the development of the bacteria responsible for bad breath. They are now trying to isolate these components and produce a chewing gum, candies and other things to prevent halitosis. Coffee is good for the heart, but only for those who are accustomed to drinking coffee. If you drink too much coffee, your heart races. Have you noticed? but that does not mean necessarily that caffeine is bad for him. By the way, if you are not used to drinking coffee, or other studies at the universities of Washington and Harvard in the U.S., say those who drink only 1 cup per day or less that is 4 times more likely to have a heart attack, usually within the first hour after consumption of the beverage. According to the results of another U.S. study, presented at the 58th Annual Conference of the American Heart Association in 2010, indicating a 18% lower risk of heart problems in patients taking 4 or more cups of coffee a day. Coffee makes your life easier in the gym. Take a cup before playing in training, and the provision of extra energy reduces pain caused by exercise and helps you find the perfect body. So says a study by the University of Illinois, USA. And this time, no matter if you have the habit of drinking coffee or not. According to the researchers, caffeine acts directly on parts of the brain and spinal cord involved in pain processing, if you are a coffee addict or not. Look around, you can almost say that coffee to lose weight. Well guys, this has been all for today. I hope you liked it. See you in the next.